Alright, welcome everyone, ladies and gentlemen, or whatever else you are, if you're from another planet, I don't know. Welcome to this little experiment that we've made up, and this is a podcast, and this is the debut episode of said podcast, and this is going to be just kind of like a short episode, just to test the waters and see how this whole thing plays out. And I'm your host, John Dawes, and here with me I have Mr. Josh Spence.
Hello.
Justin McKenzie.
Hello.
Gid Dahmer.
Hello.
And these are the gentlemen that I'm going to be chatting with today on this first episode of the podcast. And just to get a drift of like what this whole podcast will be about, we have kind of like a mix between like a list of topics that me and Justin have brainstormed today earlier when we were hanging out, and just kind of whatever comes to our mind. So we're going to see how things go. So what have y'all been into lately?
Not sleeping. Taking apart my electronics.
Why are you taking apart your electronics for?
Salvaging capacitors.
I don't know what that means. Alright guys, yeah. I wanna read something for you.
Sad.
It's something I wrote. I think you'll really like it.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say what it is, but I want to read it and see what you think of it.
Is it what you sent to me, John?
No, but here I'm gonna start right now. See if you can make some sense of it.
Oh yeah, we should just read shit on here, just like coffee faucets and shit.
All right, here it is. At first, Bill was disgusted by the thought that he had quickly flitted through his brain.
No! No! No!
It's just something.
No! Leave! Don't you dare, dude. No. I have the original uncensored version of that on my computer saved.
Alright, let me try something that's less shocking.
If it's difficult to talk about,
it won't be, I swear.
If it is, I'm gonna hang myself. Oh wait. Hold on, let me find the exact link for you guys. Hold on. The exact link for what? I thought about actually doing some readings again on my channel. Vanilla Ash core stuff.
I just found something interesting.
What?
It's a Ronald Mcdonald and Donald Trump fanfic.
Oh my god.
It's called...
Send me the link to that and I'll do Ronald or Donald or something.
It says, when Donald and Ronald bump into each other on the street, things get greasy.
Greasy or greasy? Just
Greasy.
Send me that, dude.
Alright, put it in the chat. I'm gonna read it right now. Because it's short.
Yo, I want to be Donald.
Oh yeah, you can read it too, and I'll be Ronald, and you be Donald.
I can do a pretty good Donald Trump impression. Hold on. Alright, I found it. The single longest piece of literature in human history is a fan fiction. Oh my god.
Of Mario.
It's called The Subspace Emissary World's Conquest. It's a fanfic based on Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Should I play some music for this?
And as of July 2013, it's an ongoing work on fanfiction.net, and as of July 2013, it tops out at 3,548,615 words long. Being the longest single piece of literature in the English language. Yeah, we'll check that out after this, dude. Yo, Lucas, do you want to start, bud?
Yeah. Want to start reading it?
Yeah, let's just, okay, so what we are reading is Ronald McDonald, that's Donald Trump fanfiction. Why are you reading by Cheesy Wonder. When Donald and Ronald bump into each other on the street, things get greasy.
Hashtag relationship goals.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like a burger on the frying pan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, Donald was walking down the street when, oops, he ran right into Ronald. Ronald looked at him blushing. Donald looked straight into his painted clown face and whispered, "Let's make America great again." Alright, who's
They
being...
just bumped into each other. That was too quick.
Who's being Ronald? Am I being Ronald?
Yeah.
Let's... Ronald whispered. Ronald ran his beautiful clown hand through Donald's bleached hair. Donald blushed.
What are you having on the wall?
Donald said passionately. Ronald straightened up seriously and nodded his head. Yes, he said while closing his beautiful red eyes. Donald suddenly brought Ronald into a passionate kiss. Ronald immediately understood. Ronald grabbed Donald by his meaty lips.
Don't you want to take this inside?
Muttered Donald, blushing hard. I know a place, replied Ronald. Donald has found himself.
No.
He found himself
This should be illegal.
at a very fancy McDonald's. Ronald brought him to a special suite that was located inside of the McDonald's restaurant. Ronald pinned Donald to a wall. Donald slowly pulled down Ronald's lumpy clown onesie. Donald found a sweaty coat panties.
Oh, God.
Ronald moaned. They forgot the door. A burger chain walked in on them. Burger chain blushed. It's not what you think. Can't we be a threesome? Burger chain murmured quietly. Donald launched his greasy body towards Burger Chain. Burger Chain started to moan loudly as Donald started to lick the sesame seeds. Burger Chain started eating Donald's bleached wing as he ran a burgery hand through Donald's greasy chest hair. Oops, Burger Chain accidentally tore off Donald's bleached wing. Donald lay there blushing while Ronald washed himself toward his bald, amazing head. Ronald started to lick his salty, bald head. Burger Chain felt left out when he heard Donald's loud, satisfied moans. Burger Chain took off his buns, revealing his tiny, greasy patties. Then caught Donald's attention. He could never turn down a meal. Donald tried to crawl in between his patty and his lettuce. John really felt left out. I mean, Ronald, not John. Ronald really felt left out. Ronald then ate Burger Chain out of jealousy. Donald then bit Ronald's finger.
How could you?
Donald exclaimed with a passion. Ronald then pulled Donald into a passionate kiss. I couldn't wait any longer, Ronald whispered, unbuckling Donald's pants. Donald and Ronald were eventually undressed completely. Then it goes to Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. No. Hold on. Now let's have a brief intermission with the one I sent in chat.
Take me into your ark.
As it is far shorter.
A Bible
This is our
fanfic.
brief Ronald McDonald intermission. Superman.
I can already tell by the title this ain't gonna be pretty.
It's very pretty. Take me into your ark of Bible fanfiction. Alright, so I'm gonna be Jesus, and somebody else can be Noah.
I'll be the narrator.
I'm narrator.
Oh, okay.
I'll do Noah.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Take it away.
I'll have to wait for Gideon to get to it.
Oh yeah.
I'm here. I'm already here. Alright. Jesus' eyes widened an imperceptible amount as he took in the sight of Noah, naked before him. Fumbling for something witty, he said, "So the ark's not the only bit of wood my father gave you." Noah grinned, his gray eyes flashing in lust.
Your father is the only one who gives me warmth.
Jesus laughed. I can see that. He reached for the hem of his tunic and began to tug it roughly over his head, revealing his chiseled torso, a gift from his dad. Noah watched hungrily as he slipped out of the rest of his clothes, leaving them in a son of godly heap on the floor. Jesus stopped when he was in his underwear, a little embarrassed. He was the son of the creator of the entire universe, and he couldn't get some decent boxer briefs.
That's sad.
Noah's eyebrows lit up in acknowledgement of his Spider-Man patterned crotch.
Christmas
Christmas. That was my line.
I'm sorry.
A Christmas gift. He trailed off, hoping that was enough of an explanation.
Hey, no, it's okay.
Noah smiled, his eyes freezing in amusement.
I
I can't say mine are any better. He reached for his own pair, inside out, on the dresser, and flipped them around so that Jesus could more plainly see the leopard print and transfer. I like them, Jesus cocked an eyebrow, considering how fitting it was that Noah should wear animal printed boxers. Do you have 2 pairs of those as well? Noah just smiled, tossing the underwear aside, and began to saunter forward lazily, completely aware of the effect the sight of his own throbbing member was having on Jesus, whose prominent holy erection was now shamelessly calling to him from within the red and blue briefs.
Why does this exist?
Backing onto the cheap motel bed, nobody picked Il Hotel La Jeunesse for its luxury accommodation. There were strip clubs in downtown Nazareth with higher standards. Jesus let Noah remove his underwear with his teeth, letting out a fervent moan at the pressure of Noah's removal against his own shaft. Jesus' eyes rolled back in his skull as Noah, as a reaction to his previous utterance, began to pursue the motion, small sounds of pleasure emanating from the back of his throat.
Hey, turn your fucking vibrate off.
Jesus moaned quietly. It tickles. He heard a soft laugh in reply as the older man crept forward, the 2 moving backwards together on the bed until Jesus' head was inches from the shabby fabric headboard. Noah began with gentle caresses, pressing his lips to Jesus' washboard abs, slowly working his way down. Jesus cried out in passion as Noah's lips reached his substantial manhood and began to fillet. He was a master with his tongue, caressing expertly with a sensitive yet dangerous touch. To Jesus' intense shame, it did not last very long at all. But Noah had other plans.
Yes.
The 2 began to kiss passionately, locked in a fiery embrace on the dirty sheets. Jesus did things with his tongue that Noah had never felt before. His phallus quivered with the intensity of it all. Jesus pulled back, lust aflamed in his eyes. He leaned into Noah's ear and whispered, in honeyed tones, a final commandment. Thou shalt bend over.
Yes, sir!
Noah complied, and Jesus, the evidence of his passion, which he recovered from his earlier omission, lowered his hips until they hovered, thighs tense with anticipation, playing Noah's smooth backside. Like a wild, untamable beast, tense to spring, Jesus licked his swollen lips before thrusting forward with savage desire. He smiled at Noah's sharp intake of breath as he adjusted to the sheer size of Jesus' love sword.
Yes!
Noah cried out in passion.
Jesus Christ!
I'm right here, baby. Jesus grunted. Right here. For a while, the only sound that filled the room were the steady, rhythmic creak of bed springs, the soft male panting and moaning from both men, and the gentle, intimate slap of skin on skin.
I hope an actual Christian didn't write this.
Jesus' face contorted with concentration and erotic pleasure, until finally he erupted in Noah's anal cavity, letting loose an orgasmic cry. The 2 lay back on the sheets, breathing heavily, wrapped loosely in each other's arms. Father, Jesus panted, forgive him. Noah laughed breathlessly, and the 2 lay there together on the edge of consciousness, listening to the music of the night wafting in through the high window. The decor of the room hinted at what may have once been a slight sense of grandeur. The court imprinted with the pattern of wine glasses and fish. A louder shout from the distant night penetrated the otherwise silent atmosphere. I think that's the sound of someone being mugged, Jesus murmured, his brow seizing with tension. Well, that means there are miracles to perform. I'd better. He trailed off as he looked down and took in the sight of Noah, who had lapsed into unconsciousness, his lips parted with a slight smile. Disentangling himself from Noah's arms and rising gently from the bed, Jesus kissed him. Jesus pulled the stained sheet up and covered his lover's body, leaning over to plant one last kiss on his forehead. The Son of God straightened up and reached for his Spider-Man boxer briefs. As he gazed down at Noah's sleeping body, Jesus smiled triumphantly to himself and whispered fervently into the night, I will come again.
Oh my god!
Is that all? I'm reading the reviews. It's
This is really...
Yay!
a review from Jesus Christ says, "I can't believe I died for this shit.
It deserves an encore.
No.
I need holy water. I had cancer, but this
Yo.
cured it."
Can you find one of hold on. I have to find something. I found a Tetris fanfiction before.
How?
Yo, find one between Jesus and Satan making out.
There probably
I
is
will
one.
later, but I have to find that Tetris fanfiction.
Well, now I'll definitely have to
Yeah,
make
next
another
up.
account to put this episode on, because I don't want to put it on an account with my name, because what if my family found this?
Dude, what would they be doing on your YouTube?
Not on my YouTube under my name, under, like, a specific...
Yo, make another channel, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
My family's always looking through my YouTube.
My,
You know-
my family hardly ever looks at my YouTube, so I don't know why I worry.
You know, Hoagie.
You know, okay.
Whoever
You saw that
wrote,
video.
whoever wrote that needs to be thrown off a cliff.
I love it.
I mean,
You know, okay.
I do ironically, but just having to go to sleep knowing that that exists now, I'll just have a nightmare. I'm gonna have a nightmare
Art's
of
art.
Jesus with Spider-Man underwear on.
Art is art.
So in case you did not want to have that image in your head, congrats, you do now.
We're now back to our real character program.
Yep. I want somebody to draw that. Draw Jesus with Spider-Man underwear.
I'll be right on it.
If you,
Okay.
if you do that, I will pay you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Get my pencil.
I've seen you for the movie.
You should make that a character in your movie. Make Jesus with Spider-Man underwear a character in your movie.
You think I'm kidding?
You're actually doing it?
I found it. I found the Tetris fanfiction. It's called Temptation of the Maiden.
I don't pray, but I feel bad about
There's
it.
no characters in Tetris, it's just blocks.
Exactly.
I will read this to you, boys.
Okay.
She showed up. I didn't think she would, after the way I had treated her the other day. I told her that I was in it for her body and not her personality. But I guess she was fine with that, as she showed up in the waiting room at 10 o'clock like I invited her to. I thought you weren't going to show, I asked. Well, I love you, and I thought this may be the best way to let you know. I let out a sigh of relief. If that's the case, I may be able to do this with her more often. My dirtier side informed me. Well then, shall we get started? My body tingled with excitement as the impact of what was happening struck me. I was going to deflower her. That beautiful T-block. I had longed for her so long. She looked a bit confused, having never done anything like this before. So I helped by undressing her. Staring at her colorless, naked pixels, I discovered what true beauty was.
This
No wonder the
makes
ancient
sense.
Greeks loved gazing at the 8-bit Venus in the nude.
How does this
I'm
make
struck.
sense?
I unbuttoned the blue pixel I had on my lower half and instructed her on the ways of foreplay. As her top pixel met my bottom pixel, I let out an ecstatic sigh. Such pleasure I had never experienced in my life. I didn't want the experience to be one-sided, so I let her stop and touch her bottom pixel.
I didn't know that Steven left.
She grunted a few times, and I made comments on how she was sorry she hadn't done this sooner. It was time. As the bottom pixel met bottom pixel, we both moaned in delight. We were in love as Romeo and Juliet were, and nothing could tear us apart. When the deed was done, we were both satisfied for the moment, yet also hungered for more. Let's do this again soon, she pleaded. How about tomorrow, I asked. Yes, she cried. Success, I thought to myself. Going over the night's events and thinking of what tomorrow would be like, I couldn't wait until we met again. The next night arrived, and we both immediately stripped out of our clothes, out of our colors, and began to get closer to each other. As we were about to touch, we were startled by a noise. You there, announced the conductor. It's a night shift tonight. T-block, we're needed right away. But, she started, no buts, get out there now. She left very embarrassed, being naked, and entered into the field, falling steadily to help the rest of the night's comrades. I watched as she was covered up by another piece, waving goodbye as long as I could. Get out, you're not needed, the conductor ordered me. Reluctantly, I left the scene. When a block is put into play, it has a low chance of getting back. It is helpful enough. It will be set free. Well, only I blocks usually have that privilege. I've never seen a T block make it out. I can only hope that my T would be useful enough to escape the claws of banishment into nothingness. I sat around outside the arena waiting impatiently, pacing back and forth for the match to end. After ages, game over had finally taken place. The list of blocks that had been of use was posted. I scanned the list. I looked it over twice. I checked a third and final time. My T block did not make it. I felt a sharp pain in my middle pixel that threw me to the ground. I felt sick. Because of me, my sweet T had been lost. Because of my lust, this beautiful block had been banished. I had nothing more to live for. I was a one-in criminal in my own mind. I could not escape the guilt I had put upon myself. I grabbed my nearby color coat and wrapped it around my head. This was the only thing I could do. There was no way out. I tightened my coat. I had to do this. My love would not want me alive after this. I pulled the coat around my top pixel with all my strength. The pain was proper punishment. The lack of air was self-sufficient. My self-made jail was through. I felt the ground dead. The end.
Did he just hang himself?
He hung himself with his coat made of pixels, yes.
How does somebody do that?
Who wrote this?
They're not. They're at Neb
A proper fanfiction from Tetris.
Your audio
You're
just
right, dude.
distorted extremely.
Yeah,
Now back to the Donald and Ronald fanfics.
I have the story I want to read though. Next.
Alright,
The
after
sad
that
thing
we'll
was,
let
it
you
actually had decent storyline.
It
It's
did.
actually written well.
Alright. Donald was walking down the street when, oops, he ran... Wait, no, that's chapter 1. Alright. Chapter 2. At the sight of Ronald's beautiful bare body, Donald sprouted a luscious bleached mustache. With a moan, Ronald reached up to stroke amazing bushy stash. Donald...
This is going to be the entire podcast.
Ronald muttered into Donald's oily orange ear, "Your new mustaches make lovely." Donald closed his sparkling orange eyes and let out a desperate moan. A salty tear rolled down his oily cheek. I'm sorry I ate Birdchan. I didn't deserve your amazing yellow jumpsuit. Alright, get back on it and we'll do it.
I'm sorry I ate Burger Chan.
I hate myself. I gave up halfway.
I don't blame you. Ronald closed his sparkling red eyes and turned away from the Donald. No, what did I do to deserve your beautiful spaghetti lips? Take me, Donald. Oh! They both moaned in unison at these heart-melting compliments.
Oh.
Gideon, are you on there?
Please go.
Yeah, well, you want me to do Donald Trump?
Yeah.
I am second guessing life now.
Go to chapter 2.
I'm on it.
Alright, suddenly, Donald's beer belly grew larger and larger. He fell to the floor and let out a long...
Oh.
You're pregnant so soon? Ronald muttered, blushing madly.
Let's go and have this baby together.
Donald whispered into Ronald's white, sticky ear. Then they traveled to Happy Meal 420 Hospital. Conveniently, the oily couple got a room instantly to birth their amazing oily child. The doctor came in and shoved his rubbery hand into Donald's scratchy hard anus. Donald threw back his head and let out a very soft but heavy moan. You could hear the doctor breathing heavily with lust. The doctor then yanked the hand out of Donald's salty, sticky anus. His orange, sweaty hand gripped Ronald's yellow onesie PJs, and he let out... The doctor pulled out a hand, but whose? Muffled moaning could be heard through Donald's thick and meaty tummy. Burger Chan! Ronald roared for his beautiful, breedy embrace. Burger Chan then pried open Donald's anus with amazing burger hands. Donald then let out a... This was too much pleasure for Donald to handle. He fainted. The doctor gasped at this sight. As Burger Chan pulled out his final foot from the orange man's rumpet, Ronald suddenly hugged Burger Chan passionately. The doctor left, wanting to give him some privacy. Part 3 coming soon. It's not out yet. I'm sad.
What was that sound I just made?
The sound of a god.
Oh, don't he? Oh yeah.
Have you been recording that, John?
It's for the podcast.
Can you set that audio for me doing that? Please. Are you keeping the Jesus Christ smut in the podcast?
I might delete
Yes.
that. I don't know.
Yes. Can you send? No, before you do this, can you send me a full unedited version of the podcast?
Yeah. I'm gonna
So I'm
send
just
the
gonna get that
unedited
part where I'm
version.
like,
I'm sending the unedited version to people I trust.
okay, don't worry, I won't do anything bad.
Yeah.
Me
I'm
either.
gonna leak the entire unedited podcast. Okay, so my story may not be as funny, but it's a pretty good creepypasta.
After all the stuff we just read, I don't.
I'm gonna make a highlight video out of the podcast.
And I found something interesting. It is a Shrek and Keemstar fanfic.
Oh! I found a Shrek and Hitler fanfic.
It's pretty short, but it's pretty sweet. I want to read this. It's real short.
Hitler put his ass
It's Shrek 2 X Killer Keemstar.
and he blew his hot ass gas into his face.
Keemstar wanted a good movie.
gas chamber?
Keemstar wanted a good movie to watch, so he decided to go to the store to buy a good movie. He found the kids section and looked through the movies. He found Shrek 2. Instantly, he was drawn to it. He wanted to marry Shrek 2 so badly, he bought 46 copies and watched all of them. Here's the good part. Wait,
I feel like he had a bunch of TVs with a cable splitter.
wait. Here's the good
And
part.
watch them all at once.
Keemstar married Shrek 2. Keemstar married Shrek 2, but the cops arrested him because it was illegal. Keemstar was sentenced to death.
Is that the end of it?
No, Shrek 2 saved Keem, but Shrek 2 left them and their kids to live with his boyfriend Shrek forever after.
Shrek. Oh no.
So basically, he married a movie franchise.
Yeah. Oh wait, it
No, a
continues.
specific movie.
Not
No, just Shrek 2.
Wait, there's
No,
more.
Just Shrek 2.
Keemstar grew emo, so he kidnapped Shrek 2 and forced him to marry him.
That's part 2.
Alright, wait, this is the end.
Hard story.
This is the end. Shrek 2 loved Keemstar so much, the end. It's pretty
Are
good.
you actually reading something, or are you writing that from the top of your head?
No, that was actually a thing.
Send us the
No.
link.
Alright, I just got off of it, but it was very badly written.
Nah, you wrote
Whoa.
that yourself, bro.
I did not write that, I swear to God.
I know
Sure.
you did.
I really didn't. I just looked up Shrek
did.
Show us
fanfiction.
proof.
Here it is. I could write way better than that, even if it was smut. Alright, I sent the link. That is not mine, I swear to God.
Oh, it's Wattpad. We don't count Wattpad. That's just chapter 5.
But there's 5 chapters, and I swear to God I did not write that. I just looked up Shrek fanfiction, and that came up.
Lucas, this is too much.
It's only 5 chapters, but they're all like 2 lines.
I have a really good fanfiction.
Read it.
Okay, so I wrote it myself.
Alright.
It is called Josh Goes to the Hospital.
Shut up.
Let's hear it.
Oh yeah, I have a really good fan fiction that I wrote.
Josh was laying in bed quietly with his headphones on, listening to Jack Salter. Like his usual attire, he lay there with a pop food shirt on. And Justin walked in quietly, dressed as a nurse. His long dress over his hot ginger shoes.
Are you just making this up, or is this real?
I'll make it up as I go along.
Keep going.
So Justin pulled out a needle, a syringe, and filled it full of morphine, which I don't know how he got hold of morphine.
Okay, am I just gonna sedate him and rape him?
He stuck the long needle into Josh's urethra.
That would make it useless.
Making his entire lower part of his legs useless, making him paraplegic for 27 hours. As he sat there in the wheelchair being pushed, he got pushed to Dr. Lucas.
Sounds like
Glad on a
something.
car
Sounds like
seat
something your
t-shirt,
grandma
and
would
that's the
read
best
you.
movie ever. He had on a Cars 2 t-shirt because that was the best movie ever.
Shut up.
And then I was there. I was just there. Sitting there, watching, writing the story, sitting on the podcast. The end.
It was
That was
beautiful.
really good. I'm not going to tell you guys the title to this one, alright?
Alright.
Alright. If that goes, then Taco Bell.
No, it's not Jupiter Taco Bell.
Deeper.
How come? It was a normal day in Gravity Falls, Oregon.
I swear to God.
Well, it was as normal as Gravity Falls gets,
Stop.
anyways.
Stop.
Dipper Pine was reading his book, and Mabel, his sister, was wondering what was going on. Mabel! Dipper, are you going to keep your nose buried in that strange book of yours all summer? You gotta go out, have an adventure. But not now.
He had an adventure, alright.
He was looking at a cryptogram that said XSLFAQBEQXZLYBII. Dipper was officially stumped. He could not figure out what it meant, and it seemed very mysterious to him. Fuck, where did I want to say that? Uncle Stan's going to take us to the diner for lunch, Dipper, Mabel exclaimed. Dipper, however, was not in the mood for the diner. Mabel, I don't want to go to the diner, Dipper said solemnly. I want to go somewhere else. But there is nothing else in town. Unless you count the Taco Bell near the forest, Mabel replied.
Stop.
Taco Bell? Dipper's ears perked up. He had never eaten at Taco Bell before. And ever since last week, he had a craving for Mexican food for some reason.
Run, Dipper. Run.
Why don't we go to Taco Bell today? Dipper said. Taco Bell? Uncle Stan questioned.
Taco
Bell
Bell.
over there. It smells
This
like
was
bathroom
an
when it
attack
gets
ad
clogged.
by McDonald's.
I had my heart set on pancakes. Mabel moaned.
Nuggets and fries.
Hold on. Let me finish. Listen, you can go to Taco Bell if you want to, but don't come crying to me when you smell like expired onions. Fine, I will, Dipper said harshly. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Uncle Stan said. But as he was exiting the mystery shack, the door hit him on the way out. said Grunkle Stan. He was laughing. So anyway, Mabel and Grunkle Stan went to the diner while Dipper tried to find the Taco Bell. He brought with him his book and a couple bucks. Finding the Taco Bell was harder than he had previously thought. He'd been looking around for what seemed like days. The mystery book wasn't helping him either, until he saw the flicker of a sign in the forest. Why would there be a Taco Bell in the forest? Dipper asked himself. After hiking for about an hour, Dipper finally got to Taco Bell.
Oh, so good.
But it didn't look like any ordinary Taco Bell he'd ever seen. It was surrounded by a barrage of giant oak trees in an open field, completely different from the rugged terrain of the Oregon forest.
That don't feel good.
The open field was at least 9 hairs of patio.
Ow, my ear!
Oh, you're right.
The restaurant, Taco Bell, looked like a silo.
We did nothing to deserve this.
I did.
Bipper.
Keep going.
Clifford.
Keep going.
Dipper entered the restaurant. He was relieved to see everyone smile.
Oh,
For his high ceiling.
God, it's just
Here are your dippers, madam.
Your dough differs, madam.
There were no customers inside, but Dipper thought that was normal, considering how the franchise was so isolated. He went up to the counter. There was only one cashier working the registers. Very old, slightly deaf, bored out of his skull cashier. Dipper decided when he ordered the register. Excuse me, I'll have... We only got tacos! The cashier interrupted. Okay, I guess I'll have a taco then, Dipper said. What did you say? I said I want a taco! Dipper yelled back. Okay then, the cashier said. When he came back out, he was carrying Dipper's taco. Oh,
Your dough
the
differs,
cashier said.
Your
Dipper
dough
gave him the money
differs,
and went to sit down at the least grimy table. He bit into the hot, spicy, juicy taco filled with thick, pure meat, mild, tantalizing black beans, and fluffy, sour cream. He enjoyed the single bite of that perfectly cooked taco and still tasted it into his mouth as he swallowed it. But as he was about to bite into it a second time, he felt a churning movement deep inside his body, something he had often felt. Uh-oh, Dipper said, as he ran to find the latrine. Man, that really went through me, Dipper said to himself. For some reason, the bathrooms were hidden in a corner, far from the counter, and far from the table that he was sitting at. When he walked in, he found that the bathrooms were surprisingly clean, and Dipper found this suspicious. All of the stalls were full, and no one was using the urinals. But right on cue, someone walked out of one of the stalls. Dipper didn't pay much attention to who was walking out, but he was wearing all black and had a plastic bag with him. Dipper just had to go. He used the bathroom in the nick of time. He finished his taco and he went home. The end.
Where's the good stuff? Good stuff!
You think
You're insane!
He didn't tell you the title of
This
it.
has been Dipper Goes to Taco Bell, abridged version.
The version for people who don't want to kill themselves.
I do.
Yeah, it's the abridged version. You can tell that I abridged that very much.
I have a good fanfiction.
Alright.
Like, actually, the title for that one is Dipper Goes to Taco Bell, abridged re-upload.
Well, that's a good story to read to your friends.
It is a VeggieTales fanfiction that I need some help reading.
VeggieTales?
Cucumber Pickle Rick.
I'm out, one of you
No.
Alright, send it to the chat.
Okay, let me find it real quick. I know what it is, but I need to find it.
VeggieTales?
Alright. I'm not going to abridge it this time.
Don't read from the beginning.
Dipper just had to go. Unfortunately, Dipper hit naked in time.
Hurry and finish this so Gideon can read his.
Why would he randomly get naked?
He checked his pants and found the worst of all. Diarrhea.
Ugh.
He was about to leave the stall when he noticed a bulge in his pants. He touched the bulge, and once he touched it, he knew exactly what it was.
Dude, you're gonna fucking make Gideon leave.
Some more. Eventually, he was ready to hardcore masturbate.
I'm
He
listening.
didn't know what was arousing him, but he knew.
But he was like 12 at the time.
Gideon, please don't leave. I'm sorry about Justin. Come on, you can stick it out.
No, I mean, I'm sticking it out. I'm not leaving.
Alright, good.
Good. He took off his blue shorts and his soiled underwear, revealing his medium-sized but not small penis. The tip was bright red, like Rudolph
She made hot dogs
reindeer.
She made hot dogs.
Dipper started to yank his Johnson harder and harder. The mixture was getting pumped.
God.
Dipper's soiled hands started to feel bits of crease
Oh.
on his dry fingers. Eventually, the medium-sized gig couldn't take it anymore and burst in an explosion of cum.
This guy reminds me of Between Friends.
Dipper felt
Reminds me of you, Josh.
he had creamed himself for the first time. He was upset that it was not over Wendy. No, Dipper thought. All of this is not enough for me. I need to release all of this.
Oh no, no,
Oh boy.
no.
Action still active. Dipper began yanking his cock again. It was much quicker and thicker and slicker. It was
Josh,
more released than last time, and it began to rain Dipper seed.
Fuck.
Dipper felt more proud than last time. His heart about to burst from all the droplets of cum falling down from the ceiling. He felt as happy as he felt on the first snowfall of the year. He stuck out his tongue to taste the droplets of cum falling from the shiny fluorescent lighting in the bathroom. He tasted it and thought it was one of the best tasting things in the world. Better than the largest chocolate bar, better than the rarest pig, and better than the taco he had earlier. And by now he couldn't stop. He couldn't leave now and miss all this great destination adventure. He wanted to taste it. He grabbed a handful of it off the wall and put it in his dirty, wet mouth. He grabbed another, and another, and another. He was getting more aroused by continuing to come, and he released another load. So that's where it's all coming from. Dipper tilted his head down, and sat down on the cum-covered ground, grabbed his hardened Johnson, and stuffed it right in his mouth. Once it was firmly in, Dipper began to suck the very hard rod. He sucked it like the lollipop he got at the county fair a while back.
Go on. Go on.
I'm gonna skip this one cum scene. He saw what was causing it. He saw his underwear covered in dark brown feces. He held up his underwear, which was covered in the cum-filled floor, and marveled at its exotic beauty.
Oh.
The feces were so beautifully ejaculated, so smooth in its sticky brownness, so perfect they fell in Dipper's clean white hand. He wanted his shit. He held the brown underwear like a fish on a lure, and put his sticky white lips to the sticky brown feces. His tongue was rubbing the crap all over his white mess. He was biting into the shit and sucked it into his mouth. It was more stimulating than anything ever before. He now knew that he didn't need Wendy or Mabel or any of the other girls in Ruffy Falls. All he needed was a big pile of his shit. He took a big scoop of the feces. He had a lot of diarrhea, and began to spread it over his dick. Every time he spread the crap, he was getting more and more aroused.
Justin, calm the fuck down.
Doesn't this turn you on?
Now let's get to a real fan fiction. No!
Can you not handle Dipper Goes to Taco Bell?
If you can't handle that, you can't handle the real world. Let's take a brief intermission and let Gideon read his.
Can I at least get to the scene where he bites his cock off?
No.
Okay.
Wait, does he really do that?
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
He does it.
And then he eats it, yes.
I'm keeping all of this in.
You're gonna... Are you actually...
No, Justin. Humor me. Continue the reading.
I'm going to skip part of the section and go
From
straight to that
Dipper
part.
going to Taco
Don't skip
Bell.
anything, pussy.
Do it. Wow.
Dipper took a scoopful of diarrhea and a scoopful of cum and put it on the toilet. He flushed it. Before it went all the way down, he grabbed the wet pile of shit and cum and stuck it in his mouth. Dipper was consuming all of the shit, cum, and toilet water, and it tasted great.
Sounds like Africa.
He kept doing it for God knows how long, and it felt amazing.
Ow. Ow.
God only knows what
Dipper
I'd
pretty
be
much have knocked out of place
without
at that time, because this time, instead of putting his shit in cum in his food hole, he started lathering on his face again.
Jesus,
on his penis again.
open. Jesus.
He started to lather it on his penis.
For the Bible tells me so.
He wanted more of his Johnson, but that would be a fatal mistake. Once it was covered again, he put it in his mouth and began sucking, but did it too hard. As he was sucking and coming over and over again, he accidentally bit his dick. As soon as he tasted the blood, he broke out of the coitus and saw his lacerated penis. He saw a mix of blood and cum coming out of it, pouring out like lava, and his erectile muscle pointing.
He pulled a Marilyn Manson.
Congrats, Justin, you're making Gideon commit suicide.
Can you handle through it, Gideon?
Do it.
If you die, it's
Dipper
Justin's
grabbed
fault.
at it in limited pain. He winced at it and looked horrified. He snapped out of it all and tried to figure out a solution to the castration. He put more diarrhea and cum on the wound, but that didn't stop the bleeding.
Oh.
Dipper spit out the piece of the stick that he bit off and tried to reapply it, but it didn't work.
That'd be
No matter
infected.
how many times he tried to reattach it, they all failed.
Oh. Yeah, infected. What is?
This is how bright my phone is.
We commit Sudoku.
Continue.
Please allow me.
I'm done now. I'm not going to finish it. I'm just going to give you an abridged version, okay, Josh?
Count of 3, brother. We do it, dude.
Josh, here's an abridged version.
Hold on.
Mabel
Count of
gets
3, brother. We
worried
do
and
it
decides to go check on him at Taco Bell. Hears his screaming, "Help! I bit off my dick!" in the bathroom, and goes to check on him. To see him writhing in the floor and his
I actually did it.
Decides it's hot. Plays with his penis. Plays with her
Don't.
for a while.
Don't.
I'm just kidding. It's a dummy knife. I'm just kidding. It's a dummy knife.
Go on.
I just finished the story, but abridged. I'm not reading all of it.
Me neither.
That's enough. Now it's time to read Between Friends.
No.
Hold on.
I only read that when I'm
give you
horny.
the worst part of it all. Mabel revealed her nice, clean, exposed virgin vagina. She took Dipper's corpse, not noticing the externally bleeding penis, and brought it closer to her cervix.
No, Justin. No.
Alright,
Okay.
Josh, read Between Friends right now.
No. I got one. Send it to the chat.
Okay, I'll read Between Friends.
No.
Wait, let's save it. Let Gideon.
VeggieTales.
Let's save it.
Let's do VeggieTales first, then you can end us out.
How about we just go play cards? How about that?
No,
No,
pussy.
let's do this.
I don't want to watch VeggieTales, Bob.
You got to read. Dipper goes to Taco Bell to us. My turn.
Yeah, you have to. He has to get his payback.
Yo, you shut the fuck up when I read this.
VeggieTales, Larry, and Bob is
Justin,
somehow
you
worse
should-
than Jesus.
Justin, you shut your fucking mouth, or I'm gonna come down there and fist you so hard.
Go on, come on. Come on, Lucas, let's read this together.
Alright, who am I gonna be?
Who are you?
I'll Bob the Tomato.
I'm Cucumber.
I love the description of it.
Hold on, I want to be Bob. I want to be Larry.
Okay,
Joey, I'm already Bob.
I'll be the narrator.
You're Bob, I'm Larry.
Wait, who
Where is
am I?
it? I don't. Where's the link at?
It's in the chat.
I don't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna be the narrator.
Who am I?
Send it to me again.
I don't know. I guess you're the spectator.
Alright.
Hold on, I'll send it to Josh himself.
Okay. Oh my god. Look, let me put in a picture just to set the mood.
There you go, Josh.
First of all,
Don't worry, Josh.
You see it, Josh.
Don't worry, Josh. You're gonna win at the end of the
Yes,
podcast.
I got it.
Alright, good.
tomatoes have such wicked souls.
I clicked Shrek 2 Killer Keemstar for some reason. Table of contents, feeling and fuck. Okay, I'm Larry.
I'm the narrator. But here's something to set the mood.
Alright, who's the narrator?
I am.
Alright, when are we starting?
Now.
Now.
What are you guys ready? Okay. Chapter 1. Feelings like a fox. Bob sighed as he plopped down on the bed, sharing with his boyfriend.
We can't keep doing this.
He said,
We're at Christian Children's Show, for God's sakes.
I know,
Larry replied.
but I just can't help myself.
He talked 100% on top of his boyfriend.
Hold on, I'm gonna read the rest of Larry's parts in a Mickey Mouse and an Elmo voice, okay?
Okay.
I hate you all so fucking much.
you feel the same way.
He whispered seductively, making the tomato blush. Bob literally slapped the back of Bob's head. Get the veggie teeth quite together. Bob moaned, taking like 1 minute later, Larry was putting himself in the Bob's rear. He moved slowly at first, letting Bob get used to
Turn your fucking vibrate off.
I can't help it. It's the group chat.
We'll
Turn it
mute
off.
it.
Mute it, dumbass. God damn.
Fucking A, give me a sec.
Or just set your phone to silent and not vibrate.
I did set to silent.
See, you're the reason that we need to kill all the Jews.
Shut. What?
What? Did you hear something?
I'm gonna roast you this,
Alright, Gideon, pick back up. We're going to read this.
I'm not gonna wait for you guys to tell me when to go back to reading.
Go.
Go back.
Okay. 1 minute later, Larry was putting himself into Bob's rear. He moved slowly at first, then Bob got used to his whooping 5 inches. He even heard Bob's moaning and picked up the speed. He grunted and began pulling out, letting the tomato fall into his arms. He didn't have any arms. Bob coughed vigorously, filling Larry's cucumberly slime all through his lungs. Larry shoved him down the bed, pressing his green tongue into Bob's asshole. Bob grunted, coughing a bit of goo, as Larry sucked the cum in Bob's asshole and spit it back into Bob's back.
Oh my!
Bob tried to reach his arms back around the chubby Bob. He touched the cup, blood falling to this huge fat roll. Larry turned, Bob over his arms, crawling back into Bob's green pubes. Bob moaned as Larry lowered his cold, used mouth onto his member. Larry throbbed his back right at Bob's dick, taking him back into his throat. Bob came back only 30 seconds of this. Larry spat his tummies back onto Bob's stomach, slapping his big fat abs. Bob was truly a thick bitch. I love that about him.
So much.
What the hell is
Larry,
Something from hell.
Larry took Bob into his arms, saw he dreamily into his eyes. They exchanged.
You're reading all of this.
And
We are.
I originally wrote this a few years ago.
That's just a
Since
note.
then, my vocabulary has extended, and now I'm not afraid to post shit on the white pad. I rewrote this chapter to make it quote-unquote better. If you like this, check out my school.
We left out one thing. Oh my god.
Maybe someone will finally understand why I drown my depression with means and self-destructive behavior.
Larry took Bob in his arms, staring deeply into his eyes. They exchanged.
Oh my god. Well, where are you at?
The last chapter, the last one.
Oh
my god.
I love you.
I want to kill myself.
I do too.
That's what the guy who wrote it said.
Wait, when did he say it?
Go back to the main page. Larry and Bob run a children's show. What if they're just more than co-stars? Maybe boyfriends. I hated myself so fucking much. I honestly never considered suicide until I wrote this.
The fault in our Shrek.
No, we still have to go
VeggieTales
through all the
fanfic.
others.
We're finished reading
We
this.
have more chapters.
Wait,
Yeah,
there's more chapters.
we're reading all of them, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let me get this taken care of real quick.
Time to read Between Friends.
No.
We're saving that for the end.
Chapter 2. Marries.
Oh my gosh. Give me a sec. Let me get up here so I can read this.
Where's chapter 2 at?
Give me a sec. Okay, so I'm gonna probably have to whisper this because my family's asleep and I don't want them to hear me reading this.
Honestly, I don't want to read any more of this. Can we just play cards or something?
No, we're finishing it.
Yes.
Wait, it's only 12:30. We still have like 3 more hours before any of us are actually going to sleep. We have plenty of time for cards after this. Let's keep going.
Well, wait a second. Let's just read some more cancer.
Let's finish reading this.
Finish this.
Let's finish reading this, and then that'll be the end of episode 1 of the podcast.
Okay.
Come on, I want to read Between Friends.
Josh,
No.
That's for episode 2.
yeah, episode 2.
Josh-
We'll start off the podcast with that. Okay, next episode.
Josh, I'm not going to be on that podcast.
Why?
No, everyone's gonna be on it.
No, I mean, I can choose.
Except
I mean,
Brendan. Brendan just noped out.
Yeah, Brendan. As soon as we started doing this, he's just like, nope.
I'm stopping
He
the
left.
dude.
He messaged me privately, like when it was just being socially awkward. I'll tell you what, he messaged me privately.
All right.
Brendan Stevens. Fun fact: I hate this.
I
Fun
did.
fact, I fucking hate him.
And then a few minutes later, I'm not sure I want my voice in here,
I'll
Yes,
just,
you say
which is why he wasn't.
I'll just cut out the parts.
Nobody's asking him, so yeah.
Oh,
What the heck?
with everyone moan.
All right, let's finish that VeggieTales fanfiction.
Now we're ending the show.
No, let,
Everyone subscribe to my
We're
channel.
ending it. No one wants to read more of it.
why not?
Yeah, I'm
Subscribe to
going
my
to too.
channel.
John, you can read it in your free time.
No. Yeah, thank you all for watching. If you've actually managed to watch all this, and yeah, I guess Brendan's not going to be in the rest of this, so say goodbye to him. And
Bye, Brandon. Thank you for nothing.
and so yeah, let's let all the other gentlemen sign off here.
I'm getting over
that's it.
tired as fuck.
Yeah, same. Josh,
I am Joshua Spence, and I am your bootleg Jack Stauber.
Justin,
Subscribe to me for VHS content.
Hello, Twitter. This is Eat That Pussy 445 signing on.
and this is John Dahl signing off. We'll see you all next time.